We have some startling new evidence that the wealth gap between white and black Americans nearly doubled during the years of the recession. Census figures show the disparity between white households and minority households. The median net worth for whites at more than $110,000 is 22 times greater than it is for blacks. The gap between whites and Hispanics isn't much better. Asians also lost wealth, falling behind whites. It's all a new wake-up call for families trying to fulfill the American dream. That's the focus of Time magazine's new cover story. We're joined now by Time's managing editor, Rick Stengel. Rick, thanks very much for coming in. So is the American dream dead for all practical purposes when it comes to minorities in the United States?
I don't think so, Wolf. I mean, if you look at median net worth for all Americans between 2007 and 2010, it went down by about 40%. There is an increasing income inequality, and that's not just by race, that's by income. So the 1% are increasing their lead over the rest of us. The top 20% are increasing their lead over the vast middle class. But I do believe and I do hope that the American dream, of course, is still possible, and there are people who are socially mobile in all races and all classes throughout America, and what we have to do is empower those people to move up the ladder.
So if you're born into a certain class, how realistic is it nowadays that you're going to move up beyond that class?
Well, you know, this is the argument about economic inequality in America, where if the zip code you're born in is below a certain level, then it's very likely, much more likely than it has been since World War II, that you will stay in that same zip code and stay in that same economic level. I mean, it hurt me to see the statistics that came out last year that France has greater social mobility than America does now. And that is something we really need to overcome, because the American dream is really about overcoming the zip code that you were born in and moving up. And we need to empower and enable people to do that.
In the cover story, the history of the American dream, in the new issue of Time magazine, did the folks you interviewed, what did they say about the President Obama, and his role in shaping their attitudes about potentially having a better life?
Yes, I think the election will boil down to, speaking of the American dream, which candidate can best realize that dream and realize the potential of that dream for most Americans. And for most Americans, that idea is about income and about moving up in their kind of economic scale. And right now, things are stuck. I mean, the average median income of Americans is back what it was when Bill Clinton was president. And they're looking at both candidates from the perspective of who can change that, who can move things up, who can make it better.
It's an important and powerful cover story in the new issue of Time, our sister publication. Rick, thanks very much.
Thank you, Wolf.